Hello guys. Can you guys hear me? Just checking. Hello. Yeah. Hi. How are you guys? Very tough day for crypto, no? Everything is melting down. Anybody is having like portfolios? Like those are the guys will be having the biggest toughest time now. That's why I'm asking. Crypto portfolio, anybody is having? Option selling session will be happening on Monday, bro. Today we'll be focusing on buying only. So so you guys are in on like the trade, right? I wouldn't be wise to start portfolio right now. See, I am not suggesting you to build a portfolio at the moment. Okay. So okay. So which is not an this price is also not like something which is I feel like right price to enter into as an investment or anything. I feel there will be corrections, furthermore corrections can happen in crypto. So as an investment perspective, like I'm still not very bullish. So I'll explain why I took a trade today for like a long. I'm only praying for the intraday perspective. I'm expecting but these maybe a 2 to 3% recovery, which means that like currently Bitcoin is down by almost 6 to 6%, close to 6%. I'm expecting maybe a slight recovery of 2 to 3% happening in the US opening hours. Okay, that's why I'm long on it. Another technical reason is like if you go to a daily chart. Okay, let's go to a daily chart. You can see from here is like the last leg of move which has happened in crypto was from this particular demand. Okay, so when the price came into this demand, that is where I got interested in. Okay, so that's why I am slightly bullish on the position. I might get stopped out on this position. Okay, I might get stopped out on this position, but I am still holding it. That's why when I mentioned this trade, I am going with like 0.5% risk only. Because like there is a good chance that like this volatility might take out. So my see Monday like our stop loss didn't got triggered in this trade. Okay, so I have not changed my position. I have shared my position with you guys, right? I'm still in on this position, no changes to that. It came almost close to our stop loss, now tried to push up. So it's kind of in that territory where like market is non-directional, or let's say like market is trying to gain some strength from this demand. If there is a demand gain strength is happening, we will be able to gain some profits from here. I stopped out. Like if you have stopped out, like I don't know what happened to you. My stop loss is not triggered. It is still near my entry prices, or like you might get a better entry. This is my position. You can see my stop loss and everything here. If you want to re-enter, you can always re-enter. All three BTC all ETH has liquidity sweep candles around 1 p.m. Any reason? See, like there is like lot of whale movement is happening because of this corrective move happening. Have you guys seen there was a news from like BlackRock? So there was a news concerning that like BlackRock actually dumped close to 530 million dollars of crypto. Okay, especially in Bitcoin and other major currencies, there was a dump which has happened. Around $500 million were dumped. So maybe that is one reason. I'm not sure like whether the news is correct or not. Like I've seen it like some in some articles saying that like BlackRock actually dumped close to that much. So maybe that is the reason why we are seeing like this kind of uh, uh, that will be happening. So okay, INR, I will start trading in INR from Monday, bro. Next Monday onwards, I will give call outs and everything in INR itself, so that like you guys will be easy for you. Let me set up my account and everything on INR. So once that is done, definitely I will be giving you guys call outs in INR itself. How many of you are in on BTC at the moment? Anybody in on BTC? The current rate which we are having, anybody in on that? Okay, Raj, me, okay. See, bro, if you are in on INR also, like you can see the price here. Okay, exactly at the current price, you can enter. Keep a stop loss below this red candle and just below that. Okay, just little below that, you can keep your stop loss. That will be fine. So if you are entering into this, so like take the last 15-minute candle and take that low and keep like little further from down from there. That will be a stop loss. It touch. See, like different. See, this is not a centralized exchange, bro. Crypto is not a centralized exchange, so some charts will be having differences. So you can follow either CoinSwitch chart itself, or like you can. So I follow my stop losses based on CoinSwitch chart itself, so that like my entries and everything is good. Okay. So when I trade in CoinSwitch, like I prefer to look into the CoinSwitch chart itself, so that like my stop loss and everything will be accurate. So the thing with like, so majority of you guys will be traded in Indian market, right? Correct. But like in Indian market, what is the advantage? We have a centralized exchange, which is your NSE and BSE. But when it comes to crypto and others, like even in Forex, what happens is like our exchanges are different. So what will happen is basically there is always going to be a price difference in these exchanges. Okay, these are known as like slippages or arbitraging, all those things, kind of things will be happening. So when those kind of things are happening, what happens is like you will have like price difference in charts. Okay, so it is better to follow the same chart which you are using in the exchange itself. Okay, cool. That's why I share my entry details when I do my entries. Currently, like see, almost from triggering our SL to starting bouncing back, which is so this is how you should also manage your trades. Okay, no need to panic. Okay, this is a clear example which will show you that like how you can manage your trades also. Like when there is like so some of you might have like I started getting messages as soon as like the price started to come near the SL ranges. Like people started asking me, bro, should I exit? Should I hold it? Like all those kind of questions started to come in as soon as there was people started asking me. So what you need to understand is like if it is triggering our SL, it's totally fine. Okay. Yesterday you guys made profits, right? Am I right or wrong? In the BTC trade? Not BTC, which Ethereum, right? We traded Ethereum. This particular trade. This trade which we took yesterday. How many of you held on to it? Everybody made some profit. Correct. How much profit you guys made yesterday? Tell me in the chat. How much profit you guys made yesterday in the BTC trades? Ethereum trade. Sorry. It's again coming. You how much percentage? 1,000 rupees. Oh, that's good. Others, 5K gap, which is good. 2.5 hour. Okay, good. Others, 1,300 to okay, good. So everybody made like decent amount of profits, right? So which usually means that how do we manage our trades? Very simple. So yesterday trade for me was close to 4 hour. Okay. Okay, so my risk in this trade, this particular trade was close to 300 rupees. $300 which I risk. I made around $1,200, which is means that I made around 300 rupees as my risk, and I made like 4x about it, and which is 1,200, and I made a 4 hour reward in that trade, which is like, which means that this is how you should also start managing your positions when it comes to trade. Okay, so let's assume that like today's trade is hitting our stop loss. Okay, if we lose minus 1 hour, yesterday we had plus 4 hour, and still we will be in profit only. Okay, the whole week whatever we traded, we still in profit only. Correct or not? How many of you traded this whole week with me? If you take all the call outs from here, we are still in profits, right? Yes or no? Whatever we traded in live, or like even if you shared the call outs, if you calculate all the trades, comparing our hours properly, if you've taken it, you are in total profits only, right? Then nobody is in loss. Correct. So how we are managing it? We are managing with like proper risk management. Correct. We are managing with proper risk management, and I'm sitting here and showing you guys how it can be done properly. Okay, so from this, what you need to do is like making sure that you learn stuff from it, how you should be managing your trades properly. Instead of randomly jumping into trades, make sure that you take trades properly and hold on to it, irrespective of what you think. Okay, the moment we start thinking about our trades, that is when trades will start to fall. Have you feel that? How many of you felt that? The moment we start like, oh yo, this is happening, that is happening, all those kind of things started to happen, you will start to see your trades will start to fail. At the moment, I just want to see this high. Okay, in the next 15 minutes or so, if this high is taken out, we will be probably looking at this high as our target. Okay, you guys can also mark these levels in your charts. Okay, very simple. Once this high is taken out, there is a good chance that the price will be jumping towards this, and then final target will be for us will be this high, so which is close to 88,000. So around a 5,000 point rally, which is, you might think it is very impossible to happen, but there is a possibility of this happening. Okay, okay, which is going to be, these are the importance levels for us in the coming hours. Okay, usually whenever there is these kind of recoveries are happening, usually we'll start to see. I will, so again I'm taking this particular confluences from US market as well. US market is kind of looks like it is ready to recover from the yesterday's massive fall which has happened in the market. There is, if you understand BCP, okay, there is kind of a BCP structure is getting formed here. Okay, if this high is now going to take out in US market, there is a probability that like it will start to gain strength in US 100 and US 30, most of it. Okay, so if the price is near to our entry, and if it is start to bounce from here, definitely we'll start to see a good momentum pickup on upside. Okay, so that's what we are witnessing here. Okay, so let's hold on to the trade. You don't have to panic if it is hitting our stop loss. Nothing is going to happen to you, because we are sitting with a decent amount of profits from yesterday's trade. Okay, so if something is going to go wrong, we still will be in profits and closing the week with like a decent amount of profits only. So you don't have to panic. Okay, are you guys watching anything other than this trade? Any other trades you guys are planning? Sorry. Entry, is it possible, bro? Entry, I won't recommend you to jump in on the trade now. If it comes back to entry, then you can. You can keep them, bro. No issues. Uh, Ethereum, I feel like it will have the same bounce as like Bitcoin, bro. Similar, very similar structure which is happening, but like when we looked at here, it is same thing which is happening. So if you see, that's why larger time frame analysis is very key. Okay, so if you see here, the price is into this demand. So I didn't jump on it because at that time the price didn't reach this. Now it reached this demand and started to bounce back from here, which is a good positive sign for us. So you can see clearly we are running in profits in Bitcoin, which is like currently we are around $200, $200 plus we have profits, which is good. How much you guys are up? I am up around 35 percentage, close to. How much you guys are up? Can you guys tell me how much you guys are up? Okay, that's fine. Like, don't worry now. Adiman. Adiman. I don't know how to pronounce it. 27. Okay, good. 56. Oh, let's see. Okay, others? 58 missed the trade. I have 300, so I am in TR4. But, what about Sol? You can hold on to the limit orders, bro. I think Sol, which the limit order stop loss got triggered at that time when the big hit, right? Correct. Bro, Sachin, I usually use only supply and demand, bro. Like larger time frame supply and demand is what I trade. I don't trade anything less than uh 30 minutes supply or demand. So when the price comes to 30 minutes or 2 or 4 hour or 1 day time frame supply and demand zones, that is where I initiate my positions. Okay. So that is very what that is what I usually do when it comes to trades. So what I learned from that one, what I learned from my trading in crypto and my backtesting in crypto is that like if we go to a very small or lower time frame trades, it's very hard for us to find good quality trade. Okay, it's very hard to find good quality trade. So it is better to keep like looking at like larger time frame. You people might think, okay, uh, people might think that like it is very difficult for you to manage those trades. Okay, but when it comes to trading like in a larger time frame, people think that like I won't find good amount of trades. It's not about like finding all the trades, it's all about like finding quality trades. That's the most important thing. So if you are finding good amount of trades, it's actually a wrong thing. Find quality. Minimum capital, let's say like I recommend around 10,000 rupees as minimum capital. Uh, okay, so I usually keep it around 10,000 as minimum capital because you will be able to do adjustments and everything properly. In that, like you will be able to trade also properly. That is the most important thing. If you can trade properly with the capital, then definitely the capital which you can do. Withdrawals, yes, you can do withdrawals directly to your bank accounts. There is no issues. Okay. So CoinSwitch is a regulated market. Like you can do that very simple. Okay. How you marks up or like an OB? Yeah, correct. Basically, like where is the last impulsive move initiated, bro? Those are my okay. Using last leg of like where is the last moves are initiated. So those are the places where like I will usually get interested. Let's assume that like if I am looking for a short opportunity currently, I will look at these sorts. Okay, so you can see that this is the place where I will look for a shorting opportunity. So if the price comes here, react from here, then probably I can look for a shorting opportunity. So these are the zones which will be I will be looking personally at the my levels. Okay, got it. Any other doubts? See, one more thing I will get just want to tell you guys. Okay, there was a guy who asked me in the morning that like, bro, should I do binary options? Okay, anybody heard about binary options and tried binary options? Anybody here? Anybody have done binary options and heard about binary options? Nobody. Okay. So please don't go into that territory. Okay. So like so binary options are basically there are like it's a shitty thing which is created by like this shady brokers. Okay. Where like you can bet on what is going to happen in the next candle. So basically you are gambling on what is going to happen in the next candle. So people try to predict what is going to happen in the next candle and they will bet on those options whether it is going to go up or down. Okay. So basically like you are betting. Okay. So people say that like I do analysis and everything. So one thing you need to understand. Okay, one thing you need to understand is that making sure that like this is like it's basically purely gambling only, and binary options are banned in India by government itself. So please don't go into that territory thinking that it is easy money. It is not easy money. It is only easy money for the brokers. Okay, that is the reason why like lot of influencers, like all these shitty influencers, were promoting binary options at a time. Okay, and it got out of hand kind of situation which has happened, and that's when like government got involved and they banned it. Okay, now please don't go into that territory and try to get into those kind of trades. Make sure that like you will not like trade into binary options or anything like that on that time. Okay, one more thing is going to be I'm going to tell you guys is don't treat crypto as basically a way to double your capital or triple your capital. Okay, okay, don't do that. Okay, please make sure that like you treat this thing as properly as like when you see your returns, like some of you might be like not position sizing properly. So what happens is like 10,000 rupees capital, you will be able to uh, make like maybe 1,000 rupees and thinking that like I'm making 10 percentage in a day or 20 percentage in a day. So what happens is usually is that like you will lose money on those trades as well. Okay, so when you lose, like make sure that like you are not losing your half of your capital or anything. You have to position size properly. I have 10,000 rupees in my coins, but after mentioning, are you using spot trading or futures trading, bro? Just click on that. Make sure that you are in futures trading, Abhi. If it is in spot, like if you added money in spot, then if it is in futures, check whether you added in spot itself. And if you're facing any issues, like you can just drop a message to the care, they will help you out. Okay. What about Ethereum and Solana? Any moves have to be looked out? See, I am see same bias only for my for Ethereum and Solana. So I have like exact same bias for Solana and Ethereum, but I'm not taking all the trades. Okay, I'm not taking all the trades at the moment because I am. This is the risky one. Okay, if the market had bullish sentiment. Okay, if the market had bullish sentiment, definitely I would have looked to take all three. Okay, a similar analysis, similar structure is getting formed here, but like what you have witnessed what has happened in the market in the last few hours. Okay, the amount of like fall which has came into the market, the amount of like selling pressure which is coming into the market, you have already seen it. So at those kind of post time, like taking overexposure into longs is something which is very risky. That's why I usually like manage like it's not about like making profits, it's all about like preserving our capital. So if we have preserve, if we can preserve our like capitals properly, definitely you will be able to make decent amount of money in the long run. Okay, do you trade on weekends? No, bro, I don't trade on weekends because I have family and friends. See, I don't trade like every day, single day. So the reason why I started trading because I want to spend time on with my family and friend. So I don't want to trade too much. Okay, and another reason is very simple. Crypto on weekend is very shit. Okay. Okay, so crypto on like weekend is very shit. Like you will not see a huge amount of actions. The VIX you might see in there is going to be very wild. If you have noticed, like all the time, like you will see VIX on top and directions. Our analysis will not like support on those things. Okay. I can see your marked three levels. How do you use this to trade? Do you have to wait for each level to be broken? See, like for my first level, I watched this. This is like it's basically a smaller time frame shift I want to see in price. Like if this high, which is like the previous high, if it is able to take out, and if the price is able to sustain on those levels, it is kind of a positive sign for other trade, which means that like the price is like having strength. Price is gaining strength from our demand. So if it is able to break and sustain on those level, which means that like the price is like actually gaining some strength. Okay, so I am going to give you guys one more trade idea if you feel like taking it. So one trade idea is like if Ethereum is going to come back to this particular price, okay, and like then you can take a trade over here. Okay, so you can put a limit order or something like here, and like you can target this is your high. Okay, so if the price comes back, tap into this FEG, and then if it is moves from here, okay, then you will definitely will be seeing some actions will be popping there. So you can watch those levels. Ethereum only I'm telling is so you can watch this. So basically from daily demand, it is the prices like the Ethereum price is now bouncing from a daily demand. You can see a 15-minute, 5-minute structure break which has happened here. 15-minute also we have a structure break. So if the price comes back to this FEG, you can look for a trade. Okay, 15-minute, you can see the price broke the structure. It bouncing from a daily demand. So if the price comes back to this 5-minute FEG zone here, definitely you can look for a tradable opportunities. Okay, this is one trade idea. You can keep it with you. So if in the next 1 hour or 2 hours or so, if the price is coming back here, definitely you can look for a trade opportunity here. So no streaming on Saturday and Sunday, no bro. I won't be doing that. Monday to Friday we'll be having stream. See, what is the point of like doing streams when I don't trade? Like, see, if for the sake of like getting views, if I do streaming, it won't make any sense now. Okay, so I prefer to trade with you guys when I trade. Okay, so that is a whole point for me. Like, maybe I want to make it like as clear as possible. Like, this trade as I want to, the stream is more of like you want to understand what I try to do, and you want to learn from what I do. So if you are able to learn at least one or two things from the stream, I'll be more than happy than you making profits. My happiness is like is going to come from when you start to learn things consistently, and if you start trading consistently, that is what like makes me happy. Profits definitely we can make in the long run, but if you can trade properly, that is the biggest positive you are going to have as a trader. Okay, so focus on that. Okay, if you can focus on that part, learning things, definitely you will become a good trader in within next 6 months to 1 year period of time. Like you can become a solid trader. Okay, just make sure that like you follow risk management, you follow your psychology properly. If you can do that, definitely you're going to have a very successful trading. Okay, so now tell me your doubts. I will try to answer them. Anything related to your psychology. Anybody faces any issues in your trading psychologist? Like, bro, I'm having this psychological issue when it comes to trading. Tell me. I will try to help you with that as well while we watch this trade. I'm learning to control emotions while watching you in stream. Thank you. That's awesome, bro. Oh, happy to hear that. Okay, that's the most important thing. At price by what price sellers are absorbed also the move on upside because see buyers. At what price? I didn't get that question. Over trading. So this is one thing which is like happens to lot of traders in the beginning days, over trading. So Praveen, like I'm going to ask you what time frame you trade. What is the time frame you trade? So if you're finding, are you finding too much trade or like are you finding uh, like are you finding lot of trades in your setup or like are you creating trades? What is that and what setup you follow? Tell me that. Like what which price how like we cannot tell that like this price at a particular price sellers will be getting upset. I just follow the structures in the market like so I look at it like how the market is like moving based on that only I can say that there is I cannot say that at this particular price the sellers will be getting absorbed and lot of assumptions. So what you need to do is basically from shift from 5 minute and 15 minute to maybe 30 minute and 1 hour. Okay, so start like remove that like 5 minute and 15 minute starting itself and go to 30 minute and 1 hour chart. Okay, at that time itself, usually what will happen, the number of trades you find will become lesser and lesser. Okay, and the most important thing is stick to a rule. Okay, that if I take three trades, okay, if I take trades for the day, I will switch off completely. Okay, okay, if you follow that three trades, what you need to do is like you have to forcefully disconnect from you trading after three trades. Let's say go out with friends or like just go out. Okay, don't try to sit in the front of the cam system. So what will happen is basically the moment you start doing this 2 3 days or 4 days, your mind will automatically start to accept that like okay, if I don't do over trading I will not lose money. So mind will automatically start to realize that like I don't have to do the stupid shit of like over trading. So basically you have to train your mind. Okay. None of the motivational class or anything can do that. You have to decide that if I take more than three trades per day, I will disconnect from trading at any cost. Let's say if you are not able to hold your trades or like control your emotion, just uninstall the application completely. This is what I used to do when I used to started trading. So I had this like tendency to overtrade. So like impulsive thoughts will take over me when while I'm trading. So there will be impulsive thoughts which I will have like which will take over me. So what I will do is basically to control that what I did is like after 2 3 trades, I will just uninstall my application itself. So the by the time I install the application and try to take the trades, I will get that like feeling that like oh should I should not like do this thing. I have that. So it just always just understand that like if you can hold your impulsive thought for like 2 minutes or 3 minutes of extra, you will not take that trades. So what you need to do as a trader is basically just hold on to the trades for maybe 2 3 trades. So to avoid those things is basically first thing you can do is like step away from trading itself. Like just move. Okay. Move away from trades itself. Second thing you can do is like if you are very much like into over trading, as soon as 3 trades is done, uninstall the application itself and install it when it is required only. Okay, so for that like way you can do it. And third thing you need to do is basically make sure that all your trades are journaled. Okay, whatever like you have done for the day, make sure that you journal. Okay, then when you start journaling this thing, what will happen is basically you will be able to read all this thing after your day is ended, or like every week you will start to read this thing. So I've done this thing, I have done this thing, I have done this thing, I have done this thing. So you will be able to read all these things every single day, whatever you have done. So what will happen is basically you will start to see and notice a certain rules which you are breaking every single day. Okay. So now what will happen when you understand your mistake? Okay. When you understand your mistakes multiple times, what will happen is basically you are training your brain automatically. So next time when you start doing this mistake, what will happen? You will automatically pause that like I should not do this thing. So not the first time, not the second time, not the third time. After 4 or 5 times, you will understand that like okay, this mistake is what causing me the mistake. Like losses for me. So basically, you need to understand what is you are trying doing wrong. If you are able to understand what you are trying to do, what you are doing wrong, it becomes easy for you to rectify. Majority of the people loses money because they don't know what is they are doing wrong. So if you can find what is you are doing wrong, it's easy for you to understand and rectify it. So this is something which you need to work. If you can do that, like 3 things, you will be able to come out of this over trading path. Okay, hey Midun, I know you have explained the setup multiple times, but I wasn't here. Please, can you repeat once again? Oh, why not, bro? Sure. Okay, so basically, what I've done in Bitcoin is basically, if you go to daily time frame, there was a daily demand which was there. So when the price came into this daily demand of here, that is where like I started looking for an entry opportunity. Simple as that. So this price. So the price is getting bounced from there. So I was got interested in that. Like then I looked at trade for that. Ethereum, I still have a limit order here looking for this 15 minute. There is a structure shift has happened. So from a daily demand, it is bouncing. Now, if the price comes to this FEG, I will be looking for a long opportunity. I'm not sure it will come back or not, but if it is coming back, that will be the trade. Current trade, which is running, we have around $250 profit. You guys are also running in profit, I guess. See, like, how do you decide a risk per trade? So usually I risk around 1% of my capital per trade. And if the set, see, there are, how do I do? So there is way of like something known as, this is how I do it. Okay. So I categorize my setup by two, three, let's say two, three way. So let's say I have an A setup, then there is a B setup, and then there is a setup. So in my A plus setups, I usually risk around 2% of my capital, and in my B setup, I risk around 1%, and in my C setups, I risk around 0.5%. Okay. So which means that this is my highest accurate setup. This is slightly little weaker, and this will be slightly weaker. So according to my setups, I usually do my risk allocation. So now you'll be asking, bro, how do you know this like ABC setup? So because I have back tested and forward tested my system multiple times, and I've even seen I've collected enough data. From that, I am able to understand that the which setup is giving me the highest accuracy. Okay, whichever setup is having the highest accuracy, I will risk on that one as my highest risk, and then the least one will be like this way. This way, when I do it, I will be able to manage my risk properly. Okay, I am able to manage my risk properly, and I will be able to position size also properly. So this is how I manage my risk. Hope this makes sense. Got it. With cap 10K capital, 2 lots. No, total risk per day, usually I keep it around 3%. Okay. 3% is what like the daily drawdown limit I keep it for my trades. No, I will never risk more than 3%. So if my A plus setup is like if I don't keep a total number of trades. Okay, I keep it based on total trades, not total trades. I keep a limit on total losses, like in percentage. That's how I do it. Like so, some people like decide that like will make sure that like I will not take more than 3 trades. So it varies. As a trader, where do you go and see news for various market? So if you want, I can give you a list of like things which you guys can follow. Okay. So I have a subscription of like Mint plus Wall Street, follow all kind of like newses. Okay. So if you want, like I can give you a couple of Twitter handles which will give you all the important news. If you do, you guys want that? Let me take my Twitter. I will share it with you guys. So ET market for Indian market, first squawk. Okay, SFIRST SQAWK. Okay, first, I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, then money control, ET now, Mint, Wall Street bets, Wall Street maps, CNBC, Redbox, Global, my Forex Fund for like they also share like a lot of things. Trader Mind Mastery, all these things what I follow in Twitter to get like decent amount of newses. And like if you want to find like major newses which is going to impact like newses, like you can just take Forex Factory. Okay, just go to Forex Factory calendars. You will get all the important news which is going to come out on that particular day. So let's assume that today is 21st. So you can see that like which all newses will be coming out today. So from here, like you will be able to get like see these USD red ones are the most important ones you just have to follow. Then from here itself, like you can get all the important news as well. Okay. So majority of the news which will be posted here also, and you can use Mint also. Okay. MINT. Mint news. So live and go here, you will be able to get all the important news from here as well. Hope that's clear for you guys. Anybody planning to watch any movies this weekend? Huh? Any movies? Just asking. Eco. Eco. Which is that? Oh, this one. Ah, Eco plot secret cast. Oh, I will also try to watch this one. BTC almost had it. Almost. I didn't read it, bro. I didn't read it. BTC almost had it. Like, are you talking about like SL? Even I felt like it is going to hit my stop loss. If it felt like at least by another $100 or $200, we would have taken out. Correct. like little more, like little more. Hi, so I messaged you on WhatsApp. I had some doubts, need some guidance and trading. So when you will be available, I will try. I'll reply you on WhatsApp itself. I'm not God and older. Don't say anything like that. Just follow price action. You will also will be like good. So just make sure that like you are analyzing things properly. No hates. What do you call Jai Sri Ram? What is another thing? Praise the Lord. Allah Akbar. Everything. Be good to all. That's all thing only thing you need to do in life. Make sure that like you are like if you're doing that itself, like life will be better. Just be kind to others. Don't get arrogant. That is one problem with like majority of the traders which I've seen. Once say that start to become profitable or like little bit of like profit also they make, they will become the most arrogant people I've seen in my entire life. So don't do that. Like be kind, be happy with what you have. Let's all grow together as a trading community. We'll try to make a trading cult where everybody is profitable. That is a whole. Like if we can do that, like where a cult where everybody is profitable. You can suggest us this cult a name. What is the cult name? Profit cult. Money mafia. Okay. Any other name for the cult? Nobody is having creative names. Why not? Ethereum is flying. Trade some cult. Ethereum is flying. Let it fly, bro. We are also seeing the same only, our trade is also moving nicely. Why you are getting disappointed? We are also in profits, right? That's fine. If it is not like coming back, we are already in a trade which is like giving us decent amount of profits. If that is not coming into a trade, like that's fine. Correct. So, what is your current profits, guys? How many of you are in profits? How many of you are in actually in profits? How many of you are in profits? Like you have made around 46, which is good, no? Nice. 5K, 77 percentage, 48 percentage. Nice. Very good, very good. So hopefully we will be able to get a 2 hour in this trade, okay? So hopefully we will be able to make sure that like we will be able to gain some decent profit out of this in the coming hours. Probably we'll start to see good amount of moves that's going to come by US market opening. So when the US market opens, I will give you guys trade updates. So be good weekend. Let's hope this weekend is going to be in green itself. Like if we can make sure that like this is going to hit our targets, definitely we will be very happy. No trades, no profits. I've already get this trade given to you guys. No, I've given this as a call out. I'm still holding it, nothing else. Okay. I'm not changed anything. I made sure like I'm sticking to the same thing only. So if whenever I take a trade, I will make sure that I will be giving you guys update. Please make sure that you are part of the Telegram where I give callouts. I took Ethereum short from 227,800. Okay, it's still holding. It depends on your stop loss. Like I don't know what analysis you are doing, bro. Like, so I cannot say that like what why it is going wrong without like knowing what analysis you are doing. If it is definitely kissing your stop loss and moving me, there might be something wrong which you are doing. So if your stop losses are correct, like majority of the time, it won't come and trigger it. Okay. So that is very important. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So I'll wind up for today. Hopefully we will okay, we will be able to make some profit here. Okay. So let's bye bye guys. Have a good weekend. Take care. Have fun on weekend. Don't drink too much. Get sober. So have fun. Take care. I'll see you guys on Monday, same time. Okay. So bye bye. Take care. Have fun. Good night.